Exclamation, everybody, and welcome to Capital Command. It is by Hellride Games and is published by Hooded Horse. It is a free demo available during the Steam Next Fest right now. Go take a look at it for yourself, and it has no release date yet on its store page. So it's billing itself as a sci-fi strategy game. And so we'll see how this goes for me. It's strategy, and I tend to be a little bit of oil and water at times. I do like me some strategy games, but sometimes I have trouble grasping the simple concepts, as it were. Unfortunately, the game does not have a functional options menu. So we're going to have to roll with what we got here. So without further ado, let's play. And I'll give the game a half an hour for now. We'll see where we end up with it. We'll name our ship the MLD 001. Yes. Scout Corvette MLD 001 returning to Fleet Central from extended deployment, assigned as light escort for battlecruiser BC-42. Arrival station coordinates locked, initiating jump. Welcome to Farpoint. Traffic control, be advised, weapons lock and manual nav lock in effect per AI core directive. Also be advised, new fleet regs require spot check on arrival. Perform interface check immediately. Okay. Welcome, Commander. Capital Command uses a what you see is what you get user interface. Everything you can do in the game has a button on the screen. If you unlock the mouse and move the cursor over any button, you'll see information about what it does and how it works. At various points during the prologue, interface elements will be highlighted. The large animation with big pulsing circles. Yeah, I see it. When this happens, hover over the highlighted element for more info. For now, check out the big highlighted button at the top right of the screen. It tells you how to unlock the mouse cursor. To do this to confirm that you can effectively operate the interface to control your ship. Okay. Confirm. Checklist green. Verification sign out log. Sitrep follows. Recent collision in ingress zone produced wreckage, which constitutes collision hazard. Select wreckage now for vector check. Capital Command has two ways to display objects in space around your ship. First, the contacts list to the right of the screen shows ships, space stations, and wreckage. Ordered by the distance to your ship closest first. Wing display, nav display. Context list to the right. Oh, is where wreckage and stuff. Okay. Then the HUD display has icons that overlay all objects in the world. This includes everything in the context list, as well as enemy ordnance and other items of interest. Hovering your mouse over an object's icon or its entry in the objects list displays navigational info about that object, such as range, relative velocity, and closest approach to your ship. Selecting an object means locking it into the UI so its nav info is always displayed. This also allows issuing autopilot commands relative to that object, as well as other tactical controls. Clicking on their item in the objects list. I see. Okay. Copy that proceeds to salvage usable resources from wreckage and plant demolition charges. Be advised, weapons lock and manual flight lock still in effect. Use automatic navigation only. Rendezvous with wreckage now. Basic movement and salvaging. Ship movement is vitally important. The skilled commander knows that velocity and positioning are often the difference between victory and defeat. At this point in the prologue, you have to use the ship's automatic navigation computer. Hover over the highlighted button for more information. Later, you'll be able to fly manually if you wish. To salvage a wreck, all you have to do is approach it and stay nearby for a short time. While the wreck is in range, any resources it contains are harvested automatically. When salvaging is complete, your ship automatically places demolition charges on the wreck in order to remove a potential danger to navigation. You can detonate those charges at your convenience. The left control autopilot panel is the current status of the ship's auto navigation system. Clicking the button or holding a hotkey displays available autopilot commands. Which commands are available depends on which object is currently selected. Okay. So Want to rendezvous with the wreckage. Okay. Alright, interesting. So they're showing us, like, this is basically our commands to the autopilot. It's down in the left-hand corner. Okay, so there's a lot of, definitely all, Newtonian physics and all that stuff. There you go. You're cleared for demolition. Set up demolition charges. Neutralize hazardous wreckage now. Once a wreck has been salvaged, demolition charges are placed automatically. You can activate these charges by using the highlighted demolish button. Moving your ship away from the wreck using evade or cruise autopilot modes would probably be a good idea. Okay. Evading wreckage. So, we can do that. Are we evading, or... It looks like it. Getting away from it. There we go. Yeah, we're definitely moving away. Incoming jump detected. Please stand by. DC 42 actual, MLD 1 actual, home at last. Hey, Commander. Though I don't recall so much wreckage floating around, go ahead and clear a path to the station for us. On my authority, you're cleared for weapons use and manual nav. Go have some fun. Okay. Forward battery, can issue orders. Oh wow, there's a lot of wreckage. Okay. Let's go do that wreckage. With the wreckage. Control your ship's weapon. Select the weapon system using the buttons on the bottom center of the screen. When a weapon is selected, aim at a target and click to issue an attack command. Cancel attack command. Use the ceasefire button located right above the weapons list. Additionally, manual flight control is now unlocked. Hover over the helm buttons in the bottom left of the screen for more info. Strongly recommend to use the autopilot until you get a feel for how movement works. Driving your ship manually is very satisfying and far more effective, but requires some practice. Yeah, okay. I guess all these buttons would be available to me. I was doing that. Oh, I see. It says salvaging up there. Salvaging this one too, because we're in range. Alright. Rendezvous with that. We'll demolish that one. We'll wait until we're a little bit further away from this other one just in case. Let's see. Different things there for that. Alright. The salvage range is less than 5 kilometers, it says. Okay, I see that now on there. We're getting closer to this one, or what here? Oh, it just says, oh, we're back to manual flight control? Huh. I didn't see it switch back over to manual on me. I can see, so it's good to have all these nice icons here to let you see what's going on and what's happening. That's always good to see. You have your damage control parties over here and stuff. Okay. All right. I like what I like. I'm digging this. I'm digging this right now. I know I'm not really. I'm going really with baby steps, and I'm not doing like the manual stuff yet. But you know, I like what's going on. If the game is, and here's my thing. I don't know if there's. Maybe there's a pause or something. Like if the game has like a tactical pause or something like that, that would be fantastic too. Where you could sit and just kind of issue your orders and stuff. I mean, that would be great. That's what I kind of like. I like a strategy game that isn't like, it doesn't require you to just be, what's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't require like twitchy fingers and stuff, you know what I mean? I like if it's going to be a strategy game, I like it where I can like take some time and actually use my brain rather than trying to think on my feet, because thinking on my feet's not something I can do too well. Alright, cool. Go rendezvous with this thing here. We'll demolish that one. I'll wait until I'm a little bit further away from this other wreckage to demolish it. Okay. Now, what would be really cool, and I don't know if you could do this or not, but if I could, like, maybe put a nav point down, you know, on the screen somewhere, and tell the auto nav go here, rather than having to do manual maneuvering, that would be even better. I don't know if you can do that or not. Because I wouldn't mind at all just letting auto nav do all the things, especially when you've got like something that requires thinking about flipping and burning and slowing down and all that stuff, you know. Alright, we did that, so we made the wreckage. Actually, let's go to Farpoint Station. What is happening there? Start to Maybe rendezvous. We can demolish this. There you go. Farpoint station, all ships. Priority message follows. Secret data packages received from Fleet Core for all non-AI ships at Central. Approach station within 10 kilometers for secure download. Okay, cool. I'm already on my way. Already on my way. Delta V. This way. Okay. Alright, so far so good. Once we get within the 10 kilometers, I'll tell it to stop here. There we go. Maintain range. Maintain range to station under 10 kilometers until transfer completes. Alongside and relay the data package 10 kilometers should do. You're cleared for tactical jump. Either aim it manually or use the autopilot, but get over here. Tactical jump. Jump drive. Ships and capital command can jump drive to teleport almost instantly over long distances. Move your mouse cursor over the button on the left side of the screen for more info. The major downside is that ships must be almost immobile before they can engage a jump drive. The local stop, okay. Short range jumps, blah blah. Confirm. Do I really need to jump? Because I'm like right here. But I guess it's just to show you what jumping's all about. Oh, that was a jump to BC 42. Come alongside and relay the data package. 10 kilometers should do. Okay. Teleport almost instantly. So I guess I should probably teleport to them because they're 168 kilometers away. I gotta wait for the jump drive to charge. With 14 minutes? Oh, I guess. Oh, I was supposed to select them when I did the jump, I guess. Well, that didn't work so well. We're gonna have to go rendezvous. Oops. I guess I was supposed to actually. Because what's funny is it just kind of jumped me out in the middle of nowhere here. Even though I had Farpoint Station selected. And so when you jump, so it's like a 15-minute cooldown or charge up after you jump. That's interesting. So can I? Oh, I can rotate by holding down. Oh, by left clicking, it just brings me back into that. Okay. I can't like temporarily do that instead. Oh, that's fine. It's easy enough to switch back and forth between cursor mode and viewing which direction we're going in mode. That's super unfortunate. I jumped well beyond even Farpoint Station there. So what is this here? Is this me? Yeah, I have no idea. No idea. I think I'm in the center, right? I think. A jump drive's recharge speed depends on the drive type and the ship's configuration. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, it seems like it's going to take a little while. I wonder if there's a kind of like speed up time and stuff, because I would imagine a game like this you would be able to, it would be important to be able to speed time up and whatnot. I mean, there's cheats, but damage control parties accelerate repairs to your ship. Damage effects can occur when taking damage. They are repaired automatically, but this can take a while. You can deploy one or more damage control parties to significantly boost repair speeds for a specific problem. Damage control parties need time to recover between deployments. Plan your damage control orders carefully. Okay. Interesting. You know, all that makes sense. This actually gives me more of a Starfleet Command kind of feel, almost a little bit. With I mean, the interface is not anywhere near it, but it does kind of, like, as far as like tactically and stuff, and how you control damage control parties and stuff like that, it kind of feels a little bit like that. I am stretching that definition a bit, but it's still, it's a good thing to be you know, it's a good game to be modeling after one way or the other, whether it was the actual case or not. I wonder if there's, like, one thing I haven't seen yet, and this is kind of interesting, and maybe they just don't have it done yet, or maybe it's not, maybe I haven't gotten to that step in the tutorial or whatever, but I would imagine a game like this would have, like, power management and stuff that would allow me to maybe overcharge my jump drive or something, you know, to get it charged up faster or something like that. I don't see, like, I haven't seen any power management things, because you would think that would be something that would be important. Not that it's something that the game needs. I kind of can take it or leave it when it comes to something like that. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it gets to be a little bit too micromanagey. You know, when you're trying to, like, I mean, that was one of my issues. You know, when I go back to play Starfleet Command, is that it's like you really have to do all the kind of, like, power management constantly, and it's a lot when it's like a real-time game like that, you know, where you can't really pause to make your decisions and stuff. So if this is going to be like a real-time game with no pause and stuff like that, then I would kind of say, yeah, stay away from the power management stuff, unless it's super basic, like dump all the power into the weapons or dump all the power into the defenses or whatever. You know what I mean? Something like that. Because because what's making me think of it is like if you were in trouble or something and you just kind of jumped into the trouble and didn't realize it, like you would want to be able to have like some kind of emergency jump. Maybe you just could dump a whole bunch of power into the jump drive, and charge it up faster at the expense of damaging it or something. And having to have like an even longer charge up time later on or something like that. Velocity 200 meters per second. Where are we at? Yeah, we're at 200 meters per second. I mean, I wonder if there's a reason it marks you there. Like, can I just say 500? Get me going like a bat out of hell? Yes, working a little bit better. Although it only says, wait, is their speed's 400? No, now that's my speed. Them, so we're at 497. I assume, even though I set the speed up higher, it's still going to understand that it needs to flip and burn sooner, hopefully. I guess we'll find out. We're 49 kilometers. Speed. There it is. I'm gonna say it turns back to this, and that's like yellow caution like that one, so I don't know if that's, yeah, the cruise vector relative to B42. Proximity in 80 seconds. Okay, that's cool. We got like a TCAS warning kind of thing here. Coming up on it finally. Got there before the jump drive had the got a full charge. Oh, it even says it on the little tooltip there when we're gonna intercept in 50 seconds. Our closest pass by. Download in progress. Something in the data packages overload all our weapons. Looks like you're no better off yourself. Get your repair parties busy. Got a bad feeling about this kid. Alright. Forward battery out of action. Alright, so there's the damage control we're talking to us about. Got one damage control party on it. See how that works out. That's set to auto. So I guess if I could set it to manual and then select which one I wanted if there were multiple. Farpoint station, all friendly ships be advised. Unscheduled incoming jump signature detected. Also, frankly, we don't know what this means, but we just lost contact with Central Fleet AI. This never happened before. DC-42 unidentified ships, state your identity and purpose immediately. They're AI-driven friendlies from home fleet, but they aren't responding to our hails. Weird. Oh, and they're firing. Engage unknown ships. Okay. Attack course. Do it. Oh, you guys firing on us too. Go. Firing. Autopilot, you got me in a bad position here. No solution. Loading and firing. We're doing autopilot attacking, right? You got critical hull damage. Uh-oh. Under attack, engage unknown ships, keep them off of us. Fire. Okay, good. This other one. That course over here. I gotta be in this mode in order to target the guns. Interesting. Oh, he is destroyed. Well done, kid. Guess all that sim time paid off. They said this could never happen, but it seems Central AI has just gone rogue, and now it looks like those Corvettes called in their whole squadron. Incoming jump signatures. Oh boy. Okay. So full stop here. I shoot down incoming. Those escorts are fair game too. Good luck. We're shooting down incoming. We got point defense here. A lot of missiles incoming. Alright, we're gonna go that course. Out of range. There we go. Come on, reload. Reload already. You know, all the stuff that's going on around there, like what they're doing and everything else. How much damage we've done to them. Critical hull damage. Come on. Not doing a whole lot here. Come on, you can do it. Those shots in. Yeah, critical hull damage. Do something here. Oh, destroyed. Nice. Where the hell is my thing at? Right there. And of course. Go. Two battle cruisers are fighting each other. These little cruisers out of action here, if we can. Come on, autopilot, what are you doing? What are you doing to me, autopilot? We're still pulling away from us. What's going on here? We're still getting away. Get us up there. Come on, autopilot. You can do it. I mean, their targeting system is disabled, so that would help a little bit, you would think. Are we doing anything here, or what's going on here? Well, out of range. Are we closing range or not? Well, we are, very slowly. I just say, like, intercept these guys? We got attacking. Okay, so now we're getting some speed on. And 50 seconds though. One piece of feedback is I think some of the colors are making it a little bit difficult based on the against the background to see what's happening. So maybe like making the boxes have like more opacity would be a good thing, because like sometimes it's getting a little bit difficult at times to like read some of those numbers, but so far so good here. They have critical hull damage. obstructed? Yeah, because it's not. There you go. Come on, what's happening? They're freaking pulling away from us again? How are they how are they causing my autopilot to be so bad? Manual flight control. Speed. Alright, well over. We're gonna need to help our buddy out though, I think, soon here. Got a couple engines out of action there. Missiles are getting fired. Oh, they have critical hull damage? That's not great. That's not good at all. I don't see. This is pretty annoying because it doesn't seem like the AI is, like the autopilot is not doing a good job at all here. And that's really annoying. I get that it's an early demo and stuff, and they're probably still working on it, but we shouldn't be in a situation like this. Like, if you've got an autopilot in a game, it should not put you in a situation like this where the enemy just simply just flies right by you, and now you're completely out of position for anything. What's making it really difficult too is, like, I get that there's a manual control and everything, but this is not a favorable interface for manual control. If I am to be completely honest, like, your ship is tiny on the screen and everything else is just symbols, and it's like, it just does not lend itself really well to any kind of navigation that isn't automatic, I feel like. And why is it like, yeah, it's intercepting, but it's like, it's on attack, but it's so, the vectors are so freaking far off. Like, why is that? Why is it positioning me in such a far off vector like that? There we go. That one's down. Reload everything. So kinetic ammo, high speed, flash retard, point defense grid before taking significant damage. Smaller payload. No, I think I'll go with the normal payload. I think works for me. If it will ever get me into range. There we go. Getting light impacts though. Relative course vector. Yeah, they went down. Whoa, we're getting hit. We're getting lit up. Jesus. Yeah, I figured that was gonna happen. As soon as the other ship got destroyed, it's like, oh yeah, now everything's attacking you. Well, I mean, it's pretty good. It's hard to judge the combat in this game. And I'll say that because it's obviously supposed to be like a tactical, kind of slower, methodical combat game. So I can see where they're coming from there. It's definitely not action oriented. So I kind of like that you can at least, for the most part, have some kind of time to plan your stuff around. I think though, I think the game is relying on you doing a lot of manual piloting, and I don't think the interface is set up well for that. Like, the view of your ship is bad, the view of the other ships is bad. You know, like, everything that you would need in order to do a manual piloting with any kind of competency is just not here in the game. So, I mean, it's nice that they have the vectors on screen, which is great, but that's really not enough information to do a good job of it. So you're kind of really relying on the autopilot and the auto navigation to do stuff for you, and the auto nav is pretty terrible when it comes to combat, from what we've seen here. So I don't know, that part. I think they're gonna have to figure something out, because either you jump into a pilot seat that has a better view of what you're looking at, maybe like a first person view almost, out the view screen or something, or they got to figure, I think, a better system than what they have here for that. If they're going to rely on the manual piloting, honestly, I would get rid of the manual piloting altogether and just improve the AI piloting to make it, because if you're trying to simulate being the captain of a carrier, right, or a captain of a ship anyway, then captain's not going to jump on the wheel, especially in a combat situation. You're going to be issuing orders. So if that's the kind of position that they're going for on it, then there shouldn't be a manual navigation at all, right? Now that might be just a crutch right now, while they maybe fix some of the bugs in the auto navigation, maybe. But like, even the auto nav didn't really have options, because it's like, here's an attack course, but really what you want to do is you want to be able to. You don't just want an attack course. You want to circle around the enemy, right? You want to strafe them. And there was no real option to do that, and so you're just kind of bouncing back and forth oddly, which is not something any human pilot would do, right? I get that there's stresses and there's G forces to be concerned about and all that stuff, but if you're doing like a full physics simulation, then the best thing anyone could do is to just. You're going to want to stay within range of your target. And the way it was bouncing me around, where I was bouncing outside the target range by a lot, by a country mile, that's not sufficient for what we're trying to do here. And I would like to see more commands like orbit target and that kind of thing, that you can strafe them and orbit around them and stay within weapons range. There should be more things about like whether you want to be within weapons range or outside the weapons range. Now, like with that bigger ship, for instance, right? At the end there, what I was really looking for an evasion tactic or something to be like, get out of their weapons range or something like that. And there was no options for it. And I feel like that's where this game could really shine, is just like, get rid of all the manual nonsense, right? And just be like, here's all kinds of options. Here's all kinds of tactical options, like go within weapons range, stay out of their weapons range. Maybe show the weapons range of the ships on the screen and stuff like that. So you can see that you're maneuvering in and out of them and that kind of thing. Show the weapons arcs, because you can't really tell. I mean, we had forward weapons, but a lot of times you're flipping and burning, so the weapons aren't in range properly. Why I had to retarget the weapons every time is also a weird one. Like, it should just stay targeted. Like, if I told you to target something, continue targeting that until I tell you otherwise, right? But yet it kept bouncing off of the target. Every time, like, it would, once the magazine was cleared, every magazine you have to target again, which I think is a weird mechanic, and maybe that's just a limitation right now that they're going to remove, I hope, because it really should just stick to it should be sticky. It should stick to whatever target you said to stick to. And I don't know, and I'm not sure how that interface is going to work when you have multiple weapons systems too, because it's just kind of, it feels bolted on. It feels weird, right? Like everything else about the game is being the right click menu, except for the targeting, which is being the left click, which I don't know. I feel like there's probably a better way to do that. There's probably just say, like, you have a target list on the side there. Just say, do kind of an FTL thing, right? Where it's like you can press the number 1 key, and that'll be for one set of guns, and drag that, or press the number 1 key and then be over one of the target icons on the target track on the side, and just say, okay, these guns are going to target this target, these guns are going to target that target. Basically what you did in FTL when it was, in the game FTL, where it was, you would essentially drag you would have an icon, a target icon for each of your guns, and you would target what subsystems each of the guns would do. Now that one, in that game, it also reset after every turn, but in this one it doesn't have to do that, especially with the combat taking much longer to resolve. But I like what's here, and I like what they're doing with it. I think it's just I'm not. I think they need to focus more on the "you are the commander" part of it, right? Have the navigation work well, have the combat be more tactical. Because right now, there's really no tactics involved, right? It's just like, keep shooting and keep turning and burning, which, I mean, isn't necessarily wrong, but, like, I'm basically a passenger just sitting here watching stuff, watching paint dry, right? Like, if there's more tactics involved where I can say, like, okay, do this maneuver, maybe give me some maneuvers that I can select, and tell the pilot to do this maneuver, do that maneuver, that kind of thing. Then it would bring more strategy into it, and less just kind of sitting here watching the computer play itself, that kind of thing. But otherwise, I mean, it's a good first stab here. I mean, everything works. It's solid. I can kind of see where they're going with it. I didn't see much other than what little we could see here in the kind of opening scenes. I'd be interested to see, like, how does it work with missions and stuff? Do you just get, is there just a linear story that you follow, or do you get like mission list that you can select from, or do you have a fleet at some point that you have to talk to and stuff? Because it seems like there's a large playground here that they can go with it, and I'm very interested to see where they do take it. So there you go, my friends. That has been Capital Command. It is by Hellride Games and published by Hooded Horse. It is a free demo right now during the Steam Next Fest. You can go pick it up and play for yourself and see if you like it or not. And it is coming soon. There's no date as to when it'll be released or in what form it'll be released. But as always, I will leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence. Thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I will see you next time.